Hello. I'm so behind. Anyways, hello everybody and welcome to the most waited video of the whole year, probably my whole life. So yeah, it is time to announce the winners of my back to school contest from like what, August? Whoops. But anyways, I'm really sorry about the delay. I just really got backtracked with a lot of work and just homework, and just every time I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sit down and do this, something came up and had to do that first, you know, priorities. But I have time today and I promised I would get it up before Thanksgiving, so let's go. So if you don't know what the back to school contest was, it was basically an art contest that had this theme of you know, school and education, and basically the main idea was, what would you change about our modern school systems today? And plus, this could be serious or it could be funny in a way. If you would like them to, you just really have to back it up with your artist statement and how detailed, or not detailed, but a lot of thought you put into your drawing. So let's take a look at the entries. I'm going to show a slideshow of all the entries. I got about 15 entries, maybe 16. So yeah, I know you guys have been waiting for this part, so let's go.
I wasn't taught how to get a job, but I can remember dissecting a frog. I wasn't taught how to pay tax, but I know loads about Shakespeare's classics. I was never taught how to vote. They devoted that time to defining isotopes. I wasn't taught how to look after my health, but mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Never spent a lesson on current events. Instead I studied the old American West. I was never taught what laws there are. I was never taught what laws there are. Let me repeat, I was not taught the laws for the country I live in, but I know how Henry VIII killed his women. Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. Glad that's in my head instead of financial advice. I was shown the wavelengths of different hues of light, but I was never taught my human rights. Apparently there's 30. Do you know them? I don't. Why the hell can't we both recite them by rote? I know igneous, metamorphic, and sedimentary rocks, yet I don't know squat about trading stocks or how money works at all. Where does it come from? How does the thing that motivates the world function? Not taught to budget and disperse my earnings. I was too busy there rehearsing cursive. Didn't learn how much it costs to raise a kid or what an affidavit is, but I spent days on what the quadratic equation is. Negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. They made me learn that over basic first aid, or how to recognize the most deadly mental disorders or diseases with preventable causes, or how to buy a house with a mortgage if I could afford it, because abstract maths was...
Okay, now that you've guys seen all the beautiful artwork, I'm going to explain some of the judging process that we went through. So when I mean we, the judges were me, myself, and my roommate, who is also an artist, going to the same magic school as me. And it was kind of tough to judge because a lot of the artwork really contradicted some other artwork. Some entries were pro something, while another entry was con of that other something, and it was really hard to really, like, I can't pick based on my personal beliefs because that wouldn't be fair. I really had to judge based on your argument and how well you supported it through your illustrations. So without further ado, we were able to pick 3 winners. It took like about 1 or 2 hours, but we did it. And yeah, I just want to say before anything is announced, I really appreciate you guys really taking the time to do this. And I know education and school systems is a very touchy subject, and it's a bit of a controversial subject as well, but yeah, a lot of people really did dwell into that topic very nicely and very professionally and very oh, look at that, I just got an email from the U.S. Department of Education. How about that? Speak of the devil. Also, it was really tough to judge, so please, 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 please be respectful of all the winners. Just because the contest is over, it doesn't mean the rules don't apply anymore. So, yes. Also, just another shout out, you guys did a great job. I will also be showing these to my psychology and sociology teacher and seeing what he thinks, and yes. So, yeah, before we get into the top 3 winners for second and third place, I really want to give some shout outs of some honorable mentions. So our first honorable mention is from Idealistic. I really liked your textures, and your style is so cute, and I really like the word bubbles and the words, and I also like to think that I forget in what you said in your artist statement if that's you or somebody else, but I like how her shirt says school, and I also like to think that that's the personification of school, and she's freaking not having it either. So like, school knows that it's bad, but I guess we're just here to kind of deal with it. So I really did like this entry as well. Our second honorable mention is from Illustration with Evie. I really liked your approach of a cutesy, innocent, simple, kind of like in the funny aspect, but also addressing a very serious topic of carrying your books, having too many books, kind of like overloading your backpack and stuff, and have this little cute simple solution. Like, it's just that easy. So yeah, I really like the style, and I really appreciate you having this kind of fun side to a very serious topic. And our third honorable mention goes to Mars. I really relate to this a lot because I had to deal with this in when I went to high school as well. Her artist statement was kind of saying, you know, people bully and, you know, tend to put on a mask for others so they won't be bullied as well. And I really do like your symbol of LGBT, addressing the LGBT community as well. So yeah, and I really like the watercolors too, and the figures are really nice as well. And another honorable mention goes to Mutt36. I thought this was a very intense piece, especially because of the gun and stuff, but I really like your shading and your simplicity with a very, simplicity with a very topical subject. So yeah, I also really liked your artist statement, and yeah, I just love this piece. The shading is like killing me. I wish I could shade like that. So, and I also like how the tears go up. It's almost like an aesthetic choice. And our last honorable mention goes to Pasta Lover Tortuga. I really do like your symbolism with object heads here. And I also really like the perspective as well, how the lockers kind of go up, how we're seeing it as a worm's eye view, and the symbolism is great. The colors are really vibrant and fantastic, and yeah, I think you just did a really great job, especially with those two girls and the air horns and stuff. Great job to the honorable mentions as well. Those were fantastic, and it was super hard to just really choose some. So, on to the winners. And so, round of applause to our third place winner. Our third place winner is Cookie Planner 09. Cookie Planner 09. She was actually the first one to turn in her entry, but yet it's still stuck in my mind after 15 rolled by. Just really the attention to detail, and the people on the desk, and the people at the desk and the words on the desk, like try harder, learn, lazy, dumb. She almost, in her art, I'm going to recap her artist statement. Her artist statement basically said that we are not learning rather than memorizing in a way. We just want to instill goodness and doing your best effort rather than actually learning. And that's not what school should be about. School should be about learning and problem solving, not so much about the grades and not so much about just kind of like doing your best. And I like her interpretation with the robot, saying that at this point we are all robots. We just want to get the good grade and we're just memorizing rather than actually digging in and learning. So I really do like the interpretations and the colors, and also that teacher in the back. I relate to that so much. So many of my teachers did that, and when I freaking saw this, I was like, yep, that's how it is. So yeah, really good job, Cookie Planner 09. I really enjoy this, so congrats on 3rd place. Our 2nd place winner goes to Raven Toast. Now Raven Toast did such a great job on this. Basically, she addressed the topic of teachers wanting to do your best and how that can really interfere with your self-esteem and just the way you think about yourself. And also the binary code in the background really stood out. It was very interesting to me how you use binary code. Basically, she said that the binary code in the back spells help me. Like I would assume that you had been studying binary code in your school, and I know I did too when I was in biology. But very interesting that you used binary code, such a useless learning technique, and just you study these things and you'll never use them again. So it's kind of like you're using that uselessness of education technique to really stick it in the back of them as well. And I also really love the hands. The hands are so good. The hands are fantastic, and I really like how they're very manly and stylized, and also how the figure is stylized as well, and all the textures of the swirls and the redness splatters going up, and yeah, and the thought bubbles really fill in the page. Like, if those thought bubbles weren't there, I don't think it would have done the effect that it did, but it did. And yeah, I really love this. This is really cool. And so congratulations on 2nd place, Raven Toast. And our final winner, our 1st place winner, grand winner, mega ultimate grand supreme whatever, goes to that senpai. Now this, I was in awe when I saw this. Like, I had this for my background, my iPhone screensaver background for so long because I really loved it. I think you were the only one that addressed race in education, and I really do appreciate that. It's such a touchy subject, especially now since the election. Oh my god, I'm like killing myself. Especially now since the election has come around, and it's been such a touchy subject, and nobody's willing to talk about it, even though it needs to be talked about. And yet you addressed it in such a simple way, in such a simple fashion, just 2 figures, a very simple background to highlight those figures, and symbols rather than words, which is really nice. Having a gun and a kind of like a stethoscope. Yeah, just like this little innocent child just wants to be what he wants to be, and the teacher's like, oh, I don't know. And also I kind of appreciate how the teacher looks like Sweden a little bit, so I thought that was pretty rad. But yeah, I love your style as well, and just the simplicity of such a complex and controversial subject is so nice. I want this on a poster. But yeah, very great job, senpai. You did a fabulous job, and just like when I saw this, I was like, yep, first place, it's already taken. So I really want to thank everybody again for entering my contest. This has been awesome. I definitely plan to do more contests in the future, but not right away. I also plan to do some maybe giveaways, maybe, I don't know. I've never done giveaways before, so that'll be interesting. But I will definitely email the contest winners, and I will be in contact with them to see what commissions they would, or not commissions, whoops, what requests they would like. I definitely have to like look back on the prizes because I forget. And I definitely will try to get those to you by Christmas time. So Merry Christmas to you. So anyways, thank you guys so much for entering. I really enjoyed it. This has been such a great experience. And yeah, again, be respectful of all the winners, and I will be contacting the winners soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. Bye.